This is the new and improved Duoden version 2. It's got 20 more storage boxes and a few more surprises. So before we rate it, let's check out the equipment I'm using. First up, the Legacy Kevlar set, the cheapest blackout set you can get in the game right now. Now we've got the Hot Topic. It doesn't glow in the dark, it's not going to give you away. Such a solid skin. Last but not least, the Hunting AK. I wish the Hunting collection got more love in this game. Okay, so I'm going to start raiding from this side. Now what we have here is one of the bedrooms. I'm going to raid from this side for one very particular reason. This is the most direct way to get through to the TC if the builder of this base has followed the instructions given by Dust. So I'm going to, of course, 2 rockets straight through these wooden walls right here. And from there, we should be on good footing. So I'm going to shoot through and then explain why I am hitting this wall in particular. Okay, so now I'm here, I need to take out the turrets. There's at least 3 turrets in this compound that I need to be wary of. And of course, you've got the ones up on the roof which have these peaks, and they can hit you from there, so you do want to be careful. So I'm going to shoot this one right up here. Now, luckily for us, the turret's, sorry, not the turret, the furnace is actually going to help us in this regard. We can use it to peek the turret. You can shoot straight through here, so let's go. Ooh, that stings a little bit, doesn't it? Beautiful. Okay, that's one done. And we have the other one just over here. Let's have a look. See if we can. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the bedrooms here. We do need to be aware of these just in case the base owner does spawn. Obviously, in this scenario, he's not going to, but one for you to be wary of. These are really, really cool. Obviously, this is mainly for the base owner to defend the base with, but for us, it's going to be some very nice peaks for getting this turret. There we go. There we have it. So now we're going to rocket straight through. And the reason I'm not too bothered about these, you know, obviously I can use the terrain here, jump over anyway. But you can just put a ladder on these and climb over. It's not too much for fuss. So as you can see here, we've got this back of the base. We're going to pummel straight through here. So I'll get a bit of splash damage and hit right here. This is the segment I'm going to want to go through. So let's start the recording. Let's put some nice tunes along to this, because I'll tell you what, there's going to be a few rockets being flown off in this direction. All right, let's go.
Tell him I'm Harlem, oh, Harlem, holy, get it a baby, star with a hood, we glow. AD, you slow it, oh, whiskey, you green like rogue, Sparta, people's things are smoke. Nah, we ain't giving no hold. I ain't Romeo and now hold. Making a party, chocolate Barbie, waiting on me for yo.
Okay, and as you can see, we've got through to the TC. Now, we do still have that turret above. It's not quite out just yet, so I'm going to HV that one more time. Hopefully that should get rid of it. Okay, so I have been caught with my pants down by a couple of turrets now this base that have been opened up because of the roof. So we can see, where was he shooting from? He's right up, is that one up there? It's him. Can you see him? Well, they're right, let's take this one out. I may have to take him out just to be able to get to the TC, which is awesome. That is awesome. Look at that. The more you take away from the base, the more the base like fights back. That's awesome. Beautiful. Okay, so we should be good. Everyone happy? Everyone happy? All right, cool. There we go. Okay, and there we have it. We've got the TC. And that is the boom it took me to get here. Okay, right, can we seen any loot yet? No. Okay, that's, wow. Look at that. Okay, so we've managed to, okay, we've got 2 boxes. We've got 2 boxes. Okay. So we've managed to get 2 wow. Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. I don't think this is going to be the way to go going forwards. I don't think, if you want the most direct to TC, I mean, there's no real point when you think about it with the 3 externals. You're not going to be able to do too much unless the TC is obviously unlocked. So this is what it costs to get the most direct route. I don't think it's the best way to go and get all the loot though, so let's give that a go now. Okay, so I'm going to speed this up and really go through my thought process from raiding this base. So of course, got to start with the compound, and I went straight through the 2 wooden walls. From there, I was really trying to take out the 2 closest turrets in the compound with HVs. Now, the third I'm not going to worry about. I can get those at another point. And I've got a very nice peak here, as you can see, on both those turrets. And as soon as they're taken out, it's just a quick ladder and a jump over this this peak thing you can see here. I did die. We won't talk about that. That doesn't happen. As you can see, jump over, and we can now look onto the roof. We're going to go top down. Now, the best way to go onto the roof I found, just do a bit of twig, get yourself into a nice position, and then look up onto the roof. Now, as long as you can see those lights, you can see the lights there above the turrets, as long as you aim that direction, you're going to get the splash damage, and it's just 3 HVs to take out every single turret. So that's what I did. I looked on the left, then I went for the one on the right, as soon as I clear that one. And then to go for the one straight above, it was quite simply getting a very nice angle and looking straight up. A very nice and easy way to take out those turrets without having to do it from a large distance or putting yourself at risk. You can get some very, very nice peaks on those turrets there. As you can see, just as I was saying, here's the 3rd turret. The easiest one is just shooting it from below. Now, to get up onto the roof after taking that turret, it's actually a lot simpler than I thought it would be, and it is one quick ladder up, and you've got this, I think it's the stable door. I honestly haven't used it in such a long time. If that's not there, then you can just extra ladder them all over the top, but at that point you have instant roof access, and in my opinion, the entire raid is yours. Now, at this point, it took me about 5 minutes. 5 minutes taking all the compound turrets, and as you can see here, now I'm up there, I'm taking out the last turret covering the compound. You can leave it for later, but I wanted to get a nice angle when coring down, so I just decided to take it out there and then. Okay, so you can see we've got the bedroom there, and I'm going for this door here. The reason I'm going for this is because I want a nice way to shoot the rockets inside for a variety of reasons. So you're going to have splash damage in there. I'm just going to take down the walls so I can eventually get into that area. It's going to take out their beds so they no longer have the respawns on the roof to counter you. It's going to take out the window on the right. You'll see that in just a second, which means I can now loot the vending machines. And the main reason, of course, it's also going to help me go down further in the base. As you can see there, the walls are now gone down. I can already loot those vending machines. They've lost the beds. I can pretty much cover the way they're jumping up, but at this point, I'm just coring down. Now, you do want to make sure you stay a good enough distance away, but you do want to still hit the middle of the roof there. Okay, so every single floor in this base has 3 loot rooms, so I need to try and figure out where they are. It's, you can see, an octagon shape. Is it an octagon? I didn't do too well at school, you can probably tell. I can now already tell where one of those loot rooms is, because you see that golden egg? That's one of the loot stashes that has jumped up through the roof there. So there you go. You can see the boxes there, and I've worked out the other one is right here on the right. So I'm going to shoot straight down, take out those garage doors, just a nice splash by shooting in the middle. You can see, there you go. I've already got the next one because another loot box has jumped up. Each one of those loot rooms has 6 loot boxes in it, so I'm going to quickly loot those up. And as you can see, those 2 garage doors I haven't got yet is where the last loot room is going to be. So that's 12 loot boxes I've already been able to get to at this point in the raid. And I'm going to... You can just 3 rocket it. I preferred at this point to just 1 C4, 1 rocket it. It was just a bit easier. I decided to go for the left. There's no real reason why I did. You can see safe distance to rocket from there, 2 triangles away. And then I just decided to shoot straight in there because I'm going to be going further down in the base, so I might as well carry with a bit of splash damage. Like I said, you could have done it with those extra 2 rockets of the C4. I just decided to do it with the C4. Save it on a bit of X-Play. As you can see, I've got another 6 boxes now. Loot those up. As you can see, I'm now just going to ladder back up, and I'm just going to carry on drilling back down. Now, something you do need to be mindful of, each floor in this base does have turrets. I did die once to another one of these turrets, so make sure you come with meds, because it's one of the beauties of Dust Space. The more you raid, the more it kind of fights back. You know, you're giving the turrets more angles. You've really got to find a good angle that works for you and take those out with caution. At this point, you've effectively won the raid. You know, you've opened up the top of the base. You've taken out the compound. It's very easy to counter at this point. So the best thing you can do is just take your time, and just keep an eye on where you're going to be shooting next. So there are 2 turrets on this level, as you can see. Take out the first one. Now it's just the second. So I'm going to see what angle I can get. Just jumped around, as you can see on the side. Got a nice cheeky angle there. Get some nice splash damage. You can choose if you want just to carry on rocketing, and a bit of splash will hit these turrets, but I choose to be sort of more safe than sorry. So it's only a couple of HVs. That's 100 GP each. Basically nothing in the the grand scheme of things, but it does mean that it's a little bit safer, and you're not going to lose. And if this wasn't online, you would you'd take that chance. So now we're just pummeling straight through the armoured. You could, if you wanted to, jump down. You see that jump down there, and there'd be a garage door, in which case, it's just 3 rockets. But then you sort of got the maze of going through all the garage doors. I've actually sped this up because, of course, there's 16 rockets. Obviously, we've done a bit of damage already by shooting into that garage door. So you can go that way. It's completely up to you. This is the way I went through. I felt it was safer for me. And just shooting through these garage doors, it gives me a better overview of the base. I can keep an eye on things from up here, and it also means that when these garage doors are exposed, it's a lot easier for me to pick which ones I want to shoot at next. So just completely personal choice. Awesome. As you can see, the garage doors are opening up, and we're now getting access to the final loot rooms in this base, grabbing up those golden eggs as we go along. We want to make sure we get every single one. Obviously at this point we can see the battery. We see a few rockets to go through that reinforced window. We can do. I don't really see the point. We've taken out the turrets. The only ones left, there should be one more left in the base on the ground floor, if I remember correctly. I'm not too bothered about that. I've taken out the rest quite easily. I'd be wasting rockets at this point, so I do tend to ignore it at this point. So I'll ladder back out, and we'll have a look over here. Oh yeah, so that turret is gone. Excuse me there, must have missed that. Have a look up. It's a nice easy way to jump back up, and now it is just getting through to the TC. I'll quickly jump up, and now I'm going to take out the TC. That is all the boxes within the base looted. At this point, I'm just taking the TC. I'm not going to bother going for the externals. There is no point. At this point, it really is going to be going for the boxes on the outside of the base. So here I'm just jumping straight back out and raiding all the externals. Now, I'm going to skip ahead while it sort of shows you me shooting all of the doors out, and I can happily tell you the cost of the boom for raiding this entire base, which, at the end of the day, to core an entire base is actually pretty cheap. So that is the cheapest way I've been able to find to raid the base. There may be a slightly cheaper way if you just go straight from the side and try and found it. I don't think there is. I think the way I've done it is the most efficient. You're taking out beds as you go along, you're getting the loot, and it's very, very quick. I did this entire raid in less than 20 minutes. 20 minutes I did this raid. And that included me running out to go and repair the rocket launcher, so it can be done very quickly, but it is also a very, very cool base. I mean, the fact that the loot is so spread around, you've got the open core, absolutely amazing. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let's jump into where I think this base will go on the cool wall. Okay, so I do feel very comfortable putting this straight in the A category. It's a top tier base. It's not groundbreaking, so that's why it's not an S, but it is a top tier base. Looking forward to the next one by Dust. If you're still watching this, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Cheers!